Today's workout is a 10-minute first trimester low-impact interval training workout. We'll get your heart rate up without any jumping and keep it gentle on your body. All you need is a mat. Let's get started.
Hey mamas, welcome to today's workout. I've got a 10-minute first trimester low impact interval training workout. So we're going to get our heart rate up, but keep it in that moderate range so that we're not feeling too nauseous or doing too much. So we're going to do all body weight exercises and we're going to do intervals 30 seconds back to back with a little bit of rest after our first interval. So let's get started with a step jack. So just make sure you have some space. We're going to step side to side, just lightly tapping the foot out. The knees are soft and you're slightly hinging forward from your hips. So you're leaning forward just a little bit, but you want to make sure that chest is up, abs are braced, arms are going overhead. Now, if you want to get a little more into the legs, you could squat down a bit more here to get a little more leg work. Feel free to just go at your own pace. It's 30-second intervals. So the first interval, we're going to get the heart rate up. The second interval, we're going to let the heart rate drop a little bit and we're going to do more of an isometric exercise. So right here, squat and hold. We're going to hold this for 30 seconds. I want you to take a deep breath in and out. Engage that core, belly button to spine. Sit back into your hips and push your knees through the center of your feet. Now, the lower you go in that squat, the more difficult it's going to be, the more burn you're going to feel in the legs. So if you need to, stay up higher if it's too intense, or push yourself and get down deeper into that squat. We're going to repeat that interval back to the step jack, 30 seconds, and then we'll go back to the squat hold. So what we're doing is 2 minutes consecutive, and then we're going to get a little break. So feel free to take breaks as needed, but the idea is that we get the heart rate up with these type of movements, these full body cardio movements, and then we do the isometric exercise. Heart rate goes down, but the muscles stay under tension. So we're going to continue to get that cardio kick as well as the strength benefits. All right, one more, back to the squat hold. 30-second rest is coming after this, so hang on with me. Deep breath in and out. First trimester, you might be feeling nauseous. For me, I am in my first trimester today. I did not feel great. A little bit of movement is good, but do what feels good for your body. Don't push yourself to the point where you're feeling nauseous or sick. Do something that's going to build up your energy, make you feel good, not depleted during your first trimester. It's so important because you already don't feel great most of the time, unless you're one of those people that has an amazing first trimester. Okay, 30 seconds rest. So you can feel that heart rate elevating, and your resting heart rate increases during pregnancy. So you're going to feel a little more out of breath probably than normal, especially adding to that the nausea and all the other things, the fatigue. So just go easy on your body postpartum. I mean, in your first trimester and postpartum. I've been both. This is my third time around. So next we're going to a side shuffle. So come to the edge of your mat. We're going to shuffle. Two options: low impact, you just quickly move across the floor, or a little more impact, you hop the feet across. So it's more of a shuffle. You're picking up those feet. Now, the lower you go, the more legs you're gonna get here. So if you want to, you could touch down and really get low to the ground here for that side shuffle. But again, if you want to, just start with the step shuffle here. Next, monster walk. So now we're gonna get down in a squat. So it's less of a shuffle, more of a squat, and we're gonna walk laterally. So even if you did the modified version of the shuffle, this you're more narrow with the feet and you're deeper into that squat position. So you wanna aim for butt just above knees. Again, as low as you wanna go, but the lower you go in that squat, the more you're gonna get into those legs. We're gonna go back to that side shuffle. Whew. This one is tough. And again, step if you need to, if you need that little extra break. Getting that heart rate up, and if you wanna add the touchdown, add it. Getting a little more into those legs. All right, monster walk. We're gonna go side to side here. Staying loaded and low in those legs. And it's really great if we can get a little bit of movement in during the first trimester to help with just the nausea and fatigue, something that, again, is going to boost your energy. Workouts like this are great for that, and something short that feels attainable, even if you can only do a few intervals. All right, rest. That is better, of course, than nothing at all. And just remember, this is a short season. It will pass. So keep enjoying your rest. We've got about 20 seconds left. And we're going to start accumulating or adding some more upper body exercises here. So we're going to build on that cardio kick, adding a little bit more strength and mobility as well. So we're going to come to the end of the mat now for an inchworm plank. So we're going to squat down, crawl forward, hit a plank, and then crawl back up to standing. Let's go ahead with that. So hit that plank, brace that core, and then heels down, squat before you stand back up. So every time you're moving through a squat, you're hinging at the hips and then coming into that plank, and your back is staying nice and straight. So you're not rounding at the back to get down. You're squatting and hinging at the hips and then hitting that plank, bracing the core, shoulders come over the wrists, and then crawling back, just taking your time, making it a very controlled movement here. Next up, we're gonna go to a plank row. So come down onto your knees. We're gonna take the hands under the shoulders and walk the knees back. We're gonna pull the elbow up and back and then switch sides. Exhale as you pull that arm up and brace your core tightly so you're keeping your hips and shoulders square to the floor. So you want to take the knees wide as well, and that's going to keep your trunk stable, minimize that rocking and movement through the hips. Now, if you feel like you're rocking and moving a lot, come here, bring the knees under the hips, and continue to row. We're going back to that inchworm plank. So go ahead and crawl back up just the same way you came up. You're staying low to the ground here. So right here, you can see my knees stay low to the ground. And crawling patterns are so good for pregnancy because you're strengthening your hips, your core, your back for the demands of pregnancy that are going to come later on. Right now we have those demands like fatigue and nausea, but then the physical demands are going to come back to that plank row. So again, you could take the knees back or you can bring the knees under the hips, whatever feels good for you today. But focus on minimizing that trunk movement, bracing your core, and keeping the body weight forward. So you want to make sure you're not here. We have a tendency to do that. If you find yourself doing that, just bring the knees forward. I'd rather you do that than shift your weight backward because that takes the work out of the shoulders, out of the back, out of the core. One more. All right, we rest. We're going to stay on the floor. And next up, we're going to do a bear squat, which is a great core, shoulder, and leg exercise. So we're going to integrate full body, and then we're going to do some isometric training for the abs. So you've got a little bit more time. Continue to breathe. Let that heart rate come down. If you're like me, a little bit of movement actually helps nausea. So something like, again, a little bit of cardio, but not too intense, really does help me feel better. Okay, we're going to come into a plank. Push the hips back so the knees are bent, and then drive the hips forward, come back into that plank. So hips back, back, back toward your heels, and then drive out of the quads, the core, the shoulders to come back to that plank. Inhale, exhale, come here. Now, if you don't want to hit that plank, if you're finding that's too difficult for you today, come here onto all fours, just slowly and carefully so you don't bang your knees. So push down, come onto all fours, and keep that core tight so you're not just resting here, chilling. All right, next we're going to move on to a bear plank hold. So stay in this position, tuck the toes, brace your core, lift the knees 1 inch off the ground. So we're holding this for the duration of the interval. I gave you a little bit of setup time, so we're not quite hitting that 30 seconds yet. But next time you'll know we're going straight into this after the bear squat. You want your shoulders over your wrists, knees low to the ground, belly braced. That deep core is engaged. We're going to go back to that bear squat in just a second. All right, here we go. Knees down, toes tucked, push the hips back, shift the hips forward. Quads are going to burn in this one. Shoulders are going to burn. Core's going to burn. But this is our last interval, so just think about how you want to finish this workout. We can do hard things. The first trimester is hard, but if we can push our bodies a little bit in our workout to feel good, it's going to help us with our endurance. Bear plank, so bring those knees in, hold it. Pushing through the hands, using your breath. Oh, I'm shaking. Those quads are on fire. We're more than halfway there. Stay with me. 10 seconds left. Time. Whew, that last interval got me more than I thought it would. Whew, and I'm out of breath, but it's a good feeling because that helped curb my nausea, gave me energy for the rest of my day. It's only 10 minutes. My kids are wanting to get out of the house, so we're gonna go do our thing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what else you'd like to see on my channel. I'm gonna take you through all trimesters of my pregnancy, so you're working out with me as I progress through pregnancy, and I'll be working out with you as well. So I love to hear your feedback, how far along you are in your pregnancy, and what else you wanna see on the channel coming up. Thanks, guys. I'll see you back here for our next workout together.